Okay, so here I'm using 2x6 knotty pine for this build. And I'm cutting these into roughly about 20 to 22 inches long, 21 to 22 inches long. Now I'm being generous with the glue. I'm gluing 3 pieces together, and I'm making 4 sets of these. And I'm being very generous with the glue, and I'm just spreading it out nice and evenly so I get a really good bond. This will sit overnight until it's completely dry, and then I'll pull it out of the clamps. Once I get it pulled out of the clamps, I will square everything up on the table saw and have everything sanded down. Once that's all done, I will use a ruler, square up each end from corner to corner so I know where my center point is. Once I get those measured up, I will take a ruler and measure 5 inches down, and then I will measure that all the way around, and I'll do this on all 4 legs. I like to run my lathe at about 16 to 1700 RPM, 1750. I'm going to take my bowl gouge and I'm starting it at the 5-inch mark that I made. That's where my stop point is. And I'm going to turn this until I get it completely round. Usually to turn a lathe something like this, because this is cut to size at 18 inches long after my glue up. So for legs at about 18 inches long, this is a basic turn, nothing special. About 25 minutes, half an hour. Now as you can see, the top is a bit chewed up there, but I will sand all that out nicely at the very end. I'm taking my pencil, and I did measure out with a tape measure to find out where my marks are going to be. And I just take my pencil and I'm turning the lathe and I'm just marking what needs to be cut. After I cut my marks in, I will use a caliper to make sure that all the depths are accurate on all the cuts. And again, you want to take your time with this, that way all 4 legs do match. Now I'll check it with the calipers and make sure that they're good, and if not, I'll just turn it a little bit more. Here I'm just going to round off the edges. Once I get all this turned, I will sand it down on the lathe. Now for the top piece, the 5-inch, I will have to sand that by hand afterwards. Now I'm going to start on the frame. I'm using 2x4 knotty pine for the frame with 3/4 inch Baltic birch plywood. And I'm using dominoes to join the frame together and pocket hole screws for the plywood. Now I'm making sure that the plywood is even with the frame on the other side. And then I'm just driving 1.25" screws. Once I get these glued up, it will stay in the clamps for about 4 to 5 hours. I'll do a final sand and then a generous coat of provincial stain. I'm just giving it the one coat and I'm not wiping it. I am just applying one good coat on and leaving it like that for about 4 hours for it to dry. And this is such a beautiful color. Now, if you haven't seen my other video, this is part of the first video, and it will be in the description below. Now I'm assembling the frame while I'm waiting for that to dry. I'm just using a 3/4 inch plywood at the bottom, resting the 2x4 on top of the plywood and driving 2-inch screws into the frame of the legs. Here I'm using a sander just to scuff it up. I want it to look rustic. So I'm taking a sander, and I will do some spots by hand as well, catching the edges right down to the main color, and really scuffing it up so it gives it that rustic look. I'm applying a generous coat of provincial stain. Now I'm not letting this dry, and I'm only doing small pieces at a time. And the reason for this is because I'm going to be taking some white and brushing over that stain and blending the colors in together. And this is so it matches the table that I had built previously. So the white I'm using here is actually a primer. It's not a paint. So I'm just taking some white primer and blending it in with the wet stain, giving it some dark spots, some light spots, and when it dries, it really, really looks good. Simple effect, but effective. Again, don't wait for the stain to dry before you put the white on. And I'm doing various directions. It doesn't all have to be in one direction. Again, you're trying to achieve a rustic, I guess an antique look, a worn out look. Then I'll let this dry overnight. They've dried nicely. It's time for clear coat. I'm applying a generous coat of sand and sealer. I'll let that sit for about a half an hour before I sand it down with 220 sandpaper, and then I'll apply 3 coats of a matte finish. And this is a 2-part, a hardener and a clear. And I'm spraying a coat within 15 minutes apart, and I am sanding in between the coats. And that goes the same for the seat. A sand and sealer followed by 3 coats of matte finish. When I'm spraying this clear, I am overlapping half. I find that when you do a half overlap, you're putting a generous coat and you're getting full coverage of everything. This bench is complete. This is for the table that I had built previously. If you haven't seen that video, click on it. It's right below. Check out that video if you haven't seen it. And that pretty much wraps it up for this video. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.